Positive thinking. It's been the motto of every commencement speech, self-help book, and parent pep talk for as long as we can remember. Words like manifestation give our dreams a magical spin. If the universe is on our side, how can anything go wrong? But then things do go wrong. We look at our vision boards and think, what is wrong with me? It's not that dreaming is not important. According to science, dreaming bigger and dreaming better are not only parts of an incomplete equation, but could also be the worst advice if you actually want to achieve your goals. In this video, I'll summarize 3 of the studies presented in psychologist Gabriele Oettingen's book, Rethinking Positive Thinking, as well as introduce the simple mental tool she designed to achieve the goals you truly want in any aspect of your life. The author and her team conducted a study with a group of obese women who had enrolled in a weight loss program. First, she asked them how much they expected to succeed. Then, she divided the women into 2 groups. One group was asked to fantasize about how it would feel to successfully complete the program, while the other had to think about temptations they thought could stop their progress. After 1 year, the study yielded 2 important results. The first was something they already knew. The more they expected to succeed, the more likely they were to succeed. The surprising finding was that regardless of their expectations, the women who had indulged in the most positive dreams lost significantly less weight than those who had dreamed more negatively. It turns out that if we follow conventional advice, which is to fantasize about our end goals whenever we feel unmotivated, we might actually be shooting ourselves in the foot. But why? Well, that's what the next study was set up to discover. A group of female college students were given 3 minutes to fantasize about wearing their dream heels. They were then split into 2 groups. The first group was given another 3 minutes to keep positively fantasizing about the heels, whilst the second group was told to spend the same time dwelling on the negative aspects of the shoes. Before and after the exercise, these scientists measured the systolic blood pressures of women in both groups. This is because previous studies have demonstrated a relationship between blood pressure and levels of energy and motivation. So the higher our pressure, the more motivated we feel. The women who were told to positively fantasize about the shoes had a significant decrease in blood pressure compared to the participants told to negatively fantasize, who showed no significant change in blood pressure. Instead of motivating us, mindlessly dreaming relaxes us so much that we don't take any action towards our goals. There was one fundamental question left to answer. Why? The author hypothesized that it must be because of a non-conscious process. She carefully designed an experiment in which a group of men were told to imagine walking in on their partners cheating on them. Then they were told to fantasize about the revenge they would take, their goal. She then tested the men's non-conscious reaction to words related to anger, and then also neutral words. The brain stops focusing on words related to goals that have been achieved. Because of this, the scientists suspected that it would take the group that had fantasized about revenge longer to identify the anger-related words. After fantasizing, the brain believed it had already taken revenge, so it wasn't looking for words related to that goal. And that's exactly what happened. Dreaming relaxes us because it's a substitute to real action. But how can we live our best lives if we're not allowed to dream anymore? Fortunately, the point isn't that we shouldn't dream, it's that we shouldn't just dream. Gabriele Oettingen and her team designed a simple strategy called WOOP. WOOP combines 2 techniques. The first is mental contrasting, represented by the W wish, and the two O's, outcome and obstacle. The idea is to think about your goal and truly visualize the outcome. This is the part when you can mindlessly indulge in all of your fantasies. The next step is to visualize all the obstacles that might stand in our way as vividly as we did the dreams. The second part of the equation is called implementation intention, represented by the P, plan. In this step, we generate a small thought or action that we can implement when faced with the obstacle from the step before. This plan should be phrased in the following way: if obstacle, then plan. There is one thing to keep in mind when it comes to WOOP. Your goal has to be achievable. Why would our brains want to waste energy doing something we consider impossible? If we don't have enough confidence, there are two things we can try. The first is to break the goal down into achievable steps and WOOP those first. Another alternative is to WOOP for a skill we've never tried before. This works because we don't have any pre-made expectations and will naturally start small. As always, I've left links down below for the book and for the official website, where you can see demos and tutorials, and from where you can also download the app. If you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could click the like button. I'd also love to know if you've decided to include WOOP into your daily routine and what effects you've noticed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.